The whole point of this video is to talk about all the different options we can do over what I call secondary degrees. And I think this is a huge key to improv, just to convince you before we get started. It's one thing to know all of your chords that belong to the key, all the diatonic chords, but it's something about unlocking these other places in our key that opens up your ear, opens up your playing, and you just want to always have those options. And not only do you want to know where to put these things, but you want to know all the different chord quality options that you have over said degree. And that's what we're going to talk about for the secondary degrees and for the primary degrees next video. All right, so let's get started. Hello. Welcome back to Anthony Collier Music. We are in the middle of a three-part series talking about passing chords and where to use them. Just as a small recap, I gave everybody a definition, or my definition, of passing chords, which are tools used to take me to a specific target chord, and they tend to be non-diatonic. And last week we kind of looked at the difference between diatonic and non-diatonic chords. We were in the key of D flat, and we used this chart. We found out that every one of our degrees, or primary degrees, can be target chords, and passing chords are us trying to approach our target chords. And we discovered that the places where we are to put these passing chords to get us to the target chord are on the flat 2, flat 3 of our key, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7. And we found out that on these locations in our key, these non-diatonic places, we're going to put a diminished chord. And as an example, let's just have our target be the 2. And we are going from the 1 to the 2. And I'm going to put a passing chord between the 1 and the 2, a diminished passing chord. Let me do it one more time. 1 to the 2. Now with the passing chord. And you do that same concept with other degrees. So I hope that recap was helpful. If you didn't watch the last video, I suggest you go back and go look at that and then jump back here. This next installment of what we're doing is again really trying to unpack not only where to put our passing chords, but all of our options that belong to a certain degree. And this concept is going to solidify this whole series, especially in part 3. We're in the key of D flat. Our primary degrees are on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. I've identified the flat 2, the flat 3, the flat 5, the flat 6 as secondary degrees. And the first row that you see on the chart is really what we did last video, which is saying, hey, this is the place where you need to put this quality, this first row. This is the place where you need to put this quality. And I guess I should have put like option 1. All right. So option 1 is what I would call the easiest slash most common occurrence of all the different options we can do over these degrees, these secondary degrees. So again, the whole point of this video is to talk about all the different options we can do over what I call secondary degrees. And I think this is a huge key to improv. It's one thing to know all of your chords that belong to the key, all the diatonic chords, but it's something about unlocking these other places in our key that opens up your ear, opens up your playing. And you just want to always have those options. And not only do you want to know where to put these things, but you want to know all the different chord quality options that you have over said degree. And that's what we're going to talk about for the secondary degrees and for the primary degrees next video. Before we get into option 2, I just wanted to say that we are going to be targeting the 2. So we're going to approach the 2 by its flat 2. Or we can approach it by the flat 3, but right now it's the flat 2. And then Just to give you another example, we'll target the 6. So I'll most likely approach it from its flat 6. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Option 2 is telling us to play a diminished chord or diminished 7, a minor third below the root. So our flat 2, we're in the key of D flat. Our flat 2 is D. That's our root. A minor third below our root is B. So I need to play a B diminished chord over the D. You can also do diminished 7. I think I said it in the last video, but in this video, a lot of the times when I say diminished, it can alternate between a diminished triad or diminished 7. So remember, we're going from the 1, we're going to use a passing chord on the 2, on the flat 2 to get to the 2. So before, option 1 was just a regular diminished, D diminished, or diminished 7. Right now, this time I'm playing a B diminished over my flat 2. I'll do it with the 7th chord. More voice leading. Let's target the 6. So I'll probably be on the 5. What we did before, option 1, A diminished, regular diminished on the root, to target our 6th chord. Option 2 told us to play a diminished chord, a minor third below our root. Our root now is A. So 3 half steps below A, 1, 2, 3, play a diminished chord based on that note, F sharp diminished. But we're going to play that over our A, okay? So again, from the 5, we did option 1 to the 6. It's option 2. Or with the 7. Now, all right, I just thought of something. I don't want to go back. We're all new here. I said that when I say diminished, sometimes it can be the diminished 7. I think I misspoke. I think it's just the diminished triad. And you can see that if we try to play, if we play a diminished chord based off the minor third below our root, that gives us a different diminished chord technically when it's just a triad. A, C, E flat, F sharp, A, C. Sharing 2 notes but different. But if I throw the 7th on there, then that's just another family of the same diminished. So do with that what you want. Yeah, over the 5, we did that to get to the 6. Over the 5, we're gonna do a F sharp diminished over the flat 6 for a certain voicing that we might want. All right, option 3. It says to play a major chord, a major third below the root. If B was our minor third, then B flat is our major third. Okay, so I'm going to play a major triad over this D. So let's do option 1. Option 2. Option 3. All of them are subtle changes, and the reason why I'm giving you guys these are because you want to play exactly what you hear. You just don't want to press. You don't just want to be a key masher. You want to know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. So me personally, I can hear the difference between me playing a B diminished over my flat 2 compared to a B flat diminished over my flat 2. And sometimes I want this sound, sometimes I want this sound. I'm giving you the option. All right. I should have said this earlier, but the chart might look intimidating, but really, it's the same chord quality for every single secondary degree. and we haven't talked about the last one. Option two, I'm doing the same thing, playing a diminished chord, a minor third below the root throughout for every degree. That's what I love. Option three, a major chord, a major third below, a dominant chord, a major third below. It's the same across every secondary degree. So I think that helps many people say, okay, I know exactly what to do. I know what sound does what. And yeah, let's just keep going. To get to the six, we're going to approach it with our flat six. This was option one to get to the six. Option two to get to the six. Option three, our root, because we're trying to get to the six, our root is A. It's telling me to do a major chord, a major third below. If F sharp was our minor third, then F is our major third. Play an F major over A. That's a totally different sound than this. Different sounds, sometimes just one note, sometimes two notes, but you want to know. All right, last option, so we can get out of here, is to play a dominant the same distance away. So to go through it quickly, option three was to play a B flat major over our flat two. Now we're just going to do a B flat dominant over our flat two to get to the two. And then I'll run through all of them like I did before, but yeah. Then our flat six, something that's a major third from our target is F. Do a F dominant over the A. Okay, listen. F dominant. A diminish. That's option one. Option two. Oops. Option three. Option four. Okay, so just to leave you with the song, to maybe play some of these, we can do Praise Him, going to the flat six to go to the six, going to the flat two to go to the two, six, flat six to go to the six, walk up from other video. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know. I know I'm teaching some. I don't want to sound prideful. I don't want to sound conceited, but I know that I'm teaching new concepts. I'm throwing new phrases out there. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope that you have a great day.